Amarillo City Council members held a work session this afternoon to discuss draft ordinances that would designate Amarillo as a sanctuary city for the unborn. Thanks for joining us tonight. Jackie and Andy have the evening off. 3 draft ordinances were discussed, but no vote was taken on any ordinance. That story topping our news tonight at 10 from your local election headquarters. City Council's work session surrounding Amarillo's potential designation as a sanctuary city began with a presentation from Dr. William Lau, a pro-life advocate OB/GYN from Sacred Heart Hospital in Pensacola, Florida. Amarillo Mayor Cole Stanley says he was willing to take the criticism of only bringing in one expert who is pro-life.
Bringing a pro-life doctor in to talk about the medical side of not only RU 486, but also all of the medical interventions that they do inside of the womb. Set the tone for what I was hopeful to accomplish here today, which is a path forward, not an argument backwards.
During the session, Stanley said Council had a responsibility to answer whether or not the state laws have done enough, what is local government's role, and does local government have a role in protecting life.
Every time you create a law, you have desired outcomes and you have undesired outcomes. You have unintentional consequences. So I think we're trying to work through this considerately and effectively by balancing our liberties. So the way in which you protect life should take into consideration the infringement on businesses, the infringement on personal liberties.
Draft A focuses on regulating possession of the abortion drug and makes possession of the drug a misdemeanor punishable by a fine. Draft B focuses on regulating possession of the abortion drug and how human remains should be disposed. Draft C focuses on regulation possession of the abortion drug, human remains being disposed, and traveling for abortions. Councilmember Place 3 Tom Sherlin says he is with regulating the pill, but against regulating travel.
The stuff I didn't like was when they were talking about the transportation. I was against a lot of that. I felt like they had overstepped the Constitution. I do like the pill. I do think that pill is being used to just abort without any regulations.
Councilmember Place 4 Les Simpson favored Draft A, but wants to make the language more concise in determining what medications are regulated and what individuals and entities are regulated.
Tighter the wording and the less words you use, the more it's very clear of what your intent is. My concern is just making sure that, and I think of other council members, is that we don't have wording or something where some unintended consequences may happen.
Councilmember Simpson and Sherlin were both in favor of holding a possible second work session over the ordinances. However, one was not set during tonight's meeting. Mayor Cole Stanley said they could have a vote on this as soon as January. For more details, head over to myhighplains.com.